got a property photography related question which I'm going to do a video answer here. It says, Dom, I'm a real estate photographer and I need your advice on dealing with realtors or estate agents in the UK. Lately I've noticed some realtors can be very picky with photos I've provided. Either they want something removed in Photoshop or they think the photo is too dark, blah blah blah. Either way, I find myself going back to photos I've already delivered and re-editing, sometimes multiple times. It's not that I'm delivering subpar photos, I'm very good at what I do. Any thoughts? Okay, I'm not here to debate whether your photos are fantastic or not, but what I can say is that us as photographers, everyone watching this, we all are great at taking photos. Full stop, no question about it. However, that doesn't mean our clients necessarily appreciate what makes a good photo. There's a few photographers I know out there who, when they started out, they're like, oh, HDR, 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 HDR of everything, and the photos were horrendous HDR. Put them on their website or their Facebook page, and they get like 1 million likes on their horrendous HDR photos. Because everyone's like, oh, that's amazing, I've never seen that before. And then since then they've gone, oh my god, that HDR was horrendous, why did I even do that? But then they see the amount of traffic that they're, what to a photographer looks terrible, but to a random person on the street looks, oh my god, amazing, is a completely different thing. So what I would advise here is that with each realtor, each client that you have to tailor your imagery to their requests. The majority of agents just want a nice bright image that shows the full scale of the room and all that kind of stuff. However, some will be picky, and again, some will have their clients. So the agent who is selling the property on behalf of a client, the client may go, can I see the photos before it goes online or before it goes to print? They could be going, oh no, I think we should remove this, that and other stuff. I think what to do is pander to them as much as you can and develop a working relationship with them so that they understand the amount of time that is required for photoshopping stuff out, but also the extra charges that are required for if somebody says, oh, can you Photoshop out the sofa? You're like, no, or I could, but I'm going to have to send it off to another agent or for another photographer to do that editing. That will cost another £120, thank you very much. That may make them suddenly realise, oh, maybe if we just move the sofa before we get the photographer in, we won't have to fanny around dealing with all these emails and trying to get edited photos out. So if it's just a case of stuff like white balance or crop or straightening or exposure, that's stuff which you can do in Lightroom. So you just do that, send it off and develop your because the other thing is, a lot of times you'll be looking at, I've got a certain client and they say, oh Dom, your photo's really overexposed, and I go, it's not, I've been looking at it, it's absolutely fine. I went into their office and their computer screen was from 1998 and had a contrast ratio of 1 to 10 or something ridiculously small. And it was one of these ones where the screen was a little bit below them and they were looking from above and it was blown out. And I was like, hold on, what to do? Just go down a little bit. And all of a sudden, the contrast is completely different. They're like, oh yeah, I can see everything in that property now. You're like, ah. So, when dealing with clients, there's so many face-slapping moments that you'll have, and you'll say, no, my image is absolutely fine. Your screen is terrible. It's like, oh yeah, but blah, blah, blah. You're like, no, nobody's looking at it on these terrible screens that you're using from, because that's like, offices generally have horrendous technology. A lot of estate agents are still fuddy-duddies that work with a Quail and all that kind of stuff. So for them, technology, they're like, oh, how does this thing work? What's just an electronic mail? So you've sometimes got to deal with them in just let them know, say, hey look, it's fine, whenever it goes to print, it should be absolutely fine, not a problem. Or whenever viewing it on, like, go in with your iPad and say, look, it looks absolutely fine, you can see all the detail and certain things here, it's not a problem, it's that your screen is from the previous generation. However, what I would say, if they are asking stuff like photoshopping, then say that's absolutely fine, but there is a charge to it, and there will be a time requirement for that. So just say, yeah, we could do that, but it's going to cost you 90, 120, whatever you want to charge, and it'll take 3 days until you get it. They might kind of go, it's fine then, it's fine then. So just work with your clients and work with them to build up your knowledge. Like I have some clients who are like, we want it bright. Other clients like, we want it dark. I have some clients like, can we shoot from above? And I'm like, oh God, no. And I have another client who say, Dom, whatever you do looks absolutely fantastic. Don't touch anything. I'm like, okay, brilliant. I have other clients say, oh yeah, Dom, can you go in and can you move all the furniture? Can you change the pictures? Can you Photoshop some pictures onto the wall and all that? I'm just like, no, my back is destroyed. You can get your own agents in, or you can tell the landlord to do that themselves. So again, it's just building the relationship with the realtors that you have, and again, what we as photographers know is good doesn't always translate to what Joe Public thinks is good, or like, wow, look at that. There you go. Cheers. Bye bye.